People always say, the future will be better. They believe the hardships of the present fade with the passage of time. And so we hope, waiting for a future brighter than today. But Sarah, remember this. As you walk towards a brighter tomorrow, you have to look back to your past. The path you have walked to reach the here and now will give you the courage you need to hope. It's so dark.
In ancient times, the Fal'Cie devoured the light, darkness cloaked the sky, and the earth knew only night. This must be the eclipse.
You know what this is?
They said 500 years ago, a massive Fal'Cie appeared. For a while, it blotted out the sun and turned everything dark.
If that happened 500 years in your past, then this must be 200 years in my future.
Right. Something's wrong. Look, the eclipse is only affecting this small area. That shouldn't be possible.
Okay, so you're saying this could be a paradox?
That's what I'm saying.
Huh. This reminds me of stories we heard, that there used to be a great city on Grand Pulse. I bet this is what these ruins are.
What happened to it?
No one's been able to figure that out. We were more or less locked up inside Cocoon. We never had much opportunity to learn about the world below us. Our scientists have only just begun to study the mysteries of Grand Pulse.
Keep your wits about you. There's no telling what kind of monsters the Paradox has let loose in here.
You said the paradox. Are you talking about the eclipse?
Yes, the great Fal'Cie, Fenrir, blocked out the sun. It was predicted he would appear 200 years from now. Which means
His appearance now indicates some sort of time distortion, right?
Came to attack us. Maybe to destroy Cocoon?
so far, there have been no signs of hostility.
What's his story, anyway?
According to Pulse legend, the great Fenrir endlessly circles the sky in search of that which was lost. We have no idea what caused the aberration.
The sun's disappearance is no need for panic. It's our job as scientists to figure out what's behind this mystery.
You only realize how important something is.
No, you sure do know a lot about the history of the planet.
Guess I was a motivated student. Thanks to the mistakes people made in the past, we had to live in a broken world. I blamed them for our misery.
I guess you would.
But I studied and learned. People in the past had to live through some tough times as well. If they survived, why not us? It gave me hope.
Some are worried that the Academy will take its advanced ideas too far. I hope this doesn't lead to an outright revolt.
I recommend walking along the path of the searchlight. Most monsters hate light and will do anything to avoid it.
scientists are so passionate about their work, they're working just as hard as ever, even in the dark. Speaking of passionate, I'm the most passionate person I know when it comes to making a living. And on that note, please peruse my passionately promising pick of pieces. I know it's a little dark in here, but I paid my electric bill, I swear!
That building over there is part of the Padre ruins. You should take a look around if you have the time.
I like the benefits, but working on
Is that it? You deserve a treat!
You got it!
There are two questions. Why is the eclipse happening now? And why is it happening right over these ruins?
Maybe there's something important hidden here.
The legends say the Fal'Cie was looking for that which was lost. Could be the thing it's searching for is in these ruins.
Then I guess we better start searching ourselves. Are we not allowed to go inside?
I'm very sorry. Only persons on official Academy business are permitted beyond this point.
Oh.
Maybe this will count as official business!
Let's regroup!
When monsters like these are cornered, they cause a space-time vortex to appear. An electromagnetic shock usually shuts them down. It's been a while, Sarah.
Hope? Is that you?
I'm grateful you remember me.
Who's this?
Oh,
Director of Academy Research, Team Alpha. Hope Est, I'm at your service. And you You must be Noel.
Nice guess. Who told you?
You appeared here with Sarah some years ago at the Brescia ruins. Subsequently, we analyzed the gate and forecast your reappearance at this location. To be honest, I didn't really believe that time travel was possible. But here you are. I'm really glad you're safe. For me, it's as if time has stopped. Everyone I knew is gone.
Hope.
From your point of view, it's been years since you last saw Sarah.
Not just Sarah, Snow as well. And Saz and his boy. You all disappeared from my life. It's been 10 years now.
I never thought...
When the paradox occurred some years ago, I thought if I could solve it, maybe you would all come back.
Director, there you are! What were you thinking? Taking off and leaving me all on my own. It was a shock seeing Hope grown older than me, but he was still the same Hope I knew. Lightning, Hope listened to my story without saying a word. I told him about how I'm the only one who remembers your smile on the plane of Grand Pulse. I told him about how Snow set out to try and save you and Fenil and Fang. And I told him about Noel. Noel from the future.
There's something I want to show you both. We can continue our conversation as we walk.
I'll show the way.
Shall we?
Tell me, Hope, what made you join the Academy?
A sense of duty. Vanille, Fang, Lightning, they turned to crystal so that we might live. It was an enormous sacrifice.
My sister and the others. I think they wanted to preserve life. They gave us a chance to live again. How long has it been? 5 years? You two haven't changed at all.
I hope not. And here we are, meeting in ruins again.
Ruins are places where memories gather like dust. So many layers of time. Probably the easiest place for a paradox to occur.
They put the future in our hands. We're in a position to build a society based on human technology. No longer subject to the whim of the Foul Sea. That's the gift we've been given. Sarah, you've just stepped into the near future. You must be curious about a few things.
You're the boss here, Hope? You guys seem about the same age.
Yes, but age has nothing to do with seniority. When I was still a trainee, Director S-Time was already leading a full team.
I wish you would stop making a big deal out of it, though.
But you've earned your position, Director. We've made significant progress these past 5 years. This is the front line of paradox research.
Guests of yours, Director? Watch your step in there.
Thank you.
Isn't the Academy a research institute? Why do you need so many soldiers?
Without the Foul Sea around, we have to be able to protect ourselves. And that means guns.
The time distortions spawn hostile creatures. Until we can resolve the paradox, we need military force to repel threats. These armed patrols are essential for our safety.
Where did I put that document?
I just don't want anyone.
It's hard to believe it's really been 10 years. So much time has passed.
For everyone else, 7 years have passed since we started out. I wonder how they're all doing back in the village.
In New Bodom? Oh, you mean Snow's friends, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, wait, but don't tell me, please.
Yeah, you'll be going home. And Lightning will be with you.
Right. Back to my own time. And I don't think I want to know what happens in the future.
I'm glad to see you're doing well, Sarah.
Actually, Hope, we were able to catch up with Snow.
Just 300 years in the future, if you can believe that.
I believe it.
What happened exactly?
Good old Snow. I'm glad to hear he's alive.
He's alive, but he was trying to protect the Crystal Pillar by himself. The worst part was we had to leave without being able to tell him where we were going.
Have faith. I think I understand what Snow's going through. He's trying to save Vanille and Fang. Not to mention Lightning as well. We're only here today because they chose to bear the weight of a world. I wonder how the others are doing.
This is some kind of ancient city, right?
The city of Padra, or so we believe. It was the center of a great kingdom built by a nation known as the Farseers.
The Farseers? You're telling me there used to be enough of them to build this entire town?
According to our research, we believe they constituted an entire nation. A polity that was ruled by a Cirrus.
Can you see me now? Standing here in this place?
So this nation, Padra, their leader was a Cirrus, right?
Yes. The Cirrus would read the fates, see the future, and guide her country.
Yule.
I just don't want anyone else to become a victim of accidental time travel. At the Academy, they call it something fancy. They refer to it as the time dislocation phenomenon.
Here.
Thanks.
You've traveled through time. I suppose it's not surprising you know about these things. The power to rule was passed down from one Cirrus to the next. She was always called Yule.
If they could read time, why did they die out? Surely they could see the danger coming and do something to avoid it.
No, they were destroyed because they could see the future.
Why?
The Cirrus Yule foresaw the future destruction of this city. Some citizens wanted to try to avert the disaster. Others felt that they should simply abandon their homes and run. A few fell into despair and took their own lives. The divided populace clashed. The nation was torn apart by civil war.
Being able to see the future is awfully dangerous. It can mess with people's heads.
Tell me about it. The nation fell apart, and the survivors fled into the wildlands, avoiding contact with others.
Huh. So you know the story.
Oh! Come on, Director Hope! I want to show them! It's okay to show them, isn't it?
This way. Here. This is what lies at the heart of our paradox. The Oracle Drive. We've been giving it careful study.
But how did you...
Wait. You know of these devices?
Oh, well, yeah. I've heard of them. In books and stuff.
The Oracle Drive appears to be some kind of recording apparatus from ancient times. We've excavated a number of the devices. However, the recordings depict things that cannot be possible. Perhaps you should see for yourselves.
This is how it works.
The device was excavated from an ancient part of the ruins. We used carbon dating methods to determine age. The device and the recording stored within are several centuries old.
But it shows lightning.
Someone in the past recorded this vision of the future. Perhaps it was the seeress Yule herself. What we're concerned about, however, is this. You'll have to excuse the image quality. Yes, I think so. We need to conduct further analysis to be certain.
Is it broken?
No. We've tested both device and data, and everything is nominal. Yet, when we try to view the recording, we get this. Perhaps it's not the recording that's broken. It's the immediate space-time in which we are located.
You mean it could be the paradox? Because the surrounding space-time is twisted, that might be directly affecting the device. So, if the paradox is eliminated, space-time will return to normal. Then we could see the prophecy and find out where my sister is.
Yes, I believe so.
Right.
Here.
An artifact!
This object serves as a key, is that right? We tried to make it work ourselves, but with no success.
Yeah, we can use that to travel across time.
Then you may have it. I think it'll be far more useful to you than us. Here.
During the years that passed as we traveled outside time and space, Hope had devoted himself to his research, trying to unlock the mystery of the paradox. If the gates are the cause of the puzzle, they might also be the key to unlocking it. But I wonder, am I getting closer? Will I find lightning in the end?
Time to find that gate.
It was in the ruins.
The Academy's troops are made up mainly of former Sanctum soldiers. My commanding officer even fought in Cocoon's capital city.
I remember back when I enlisted.
That way.
Not this time, Kupo.
I want to live as close to Cocoon as possible.
No one's hurt, right? Here. This must be the gate Hope was talking about.
Maybe. Yeah? What?
There's something on your mind.
Yeah, well, sure, but it's just personal stuff.
There was something I was kind of curious about. Who or what did the Seeress serve? Did she answer to a Fal'Cie?
The goddess. The Seeress served the goddess XIII, as far as I know.
That makes sense. So this XIII, is she still around now?
According to legend, the goddess surrendered everything to her beloved people. Her sacrifice made, she now rests in death's embrace.
Something had been bothering Noel. And it had been ever since we heard the story about the Padre Seeress Yule. But, of course, he wasn't the only one who was troubled. Was it really lightning I saw in the flickering images of the prophecy? The only way to find out is to go through this portal and solve the paradox.
The Vile Peaks, found in the lowlands of Cocoon, became the site of a substantial space-time distortion in the year 10 AF. The team the Academy sent to investigate this disturbance was known as the Blitz Squadron, an elite unit trained to deal with paradox-related incidents. For these veteran agents, it should have been just another routine mission.
A large-scale distortion was observed in the Vile Peaks, a land filled with ancient debris. The Academy dispatched Blitz Squadron, an investigative unit, to check the area. The elite Academy force armed themselves with anti-paradox weapons. Their mission was simple: to find out just what was causing this spatial distortion. However, the airship carrying the crew disappeared within the clouds over the Vile Peaks. That day, 6 elite soldiers vanished without a trace. And it was my fault. I was responsible.
What is this place? Looks like a dumping ground.
Vile Peaks. You know, Lightning told me she came here on a mission once.
So your sister's been here too. I bet that's no coincidence.
Mobile sense is tingling! Go, Mog! Go!
What happened?
The man we encountered was an elite member of the Blitz Squadron. They called him Baxter. He was wounded from head to toe, but miraculously, none of his wounds were fatal. The airship that was carrying these Academy soldiers was attacked by a dark shadow in the sky before it crashed to the ground. It's a miracle they survived this horrible accident.
The airship went up in flames. I don't know if the others survived. But I do remember one thing. After the crash, I saw that our pilot Ray was still breathing. He must have wandered off somewhere. Would you mind looking for my friend? I know this area is dangerous, but it would mean a great deal to me. Here's a map of the area. with you. What's going on? Who are you? You say you've spoken to the guys in my unit? I'm gonna need some proof in order to trust these guys.
I guess that's that. We should look for the others instead.
Easier said than done. We've searched most of this area and haven't found squat.
Maybe they're not in this time anymore. Maybe they were swept away by the paradox.
What did you say?
I guess that's that.